There are a lot of car shows around the world, but there's one where simply getting your car onto the lawn is an accomplishment. Every August, some of the rarest, most valuable, and historically significant cars in the world are brought to one place on the California coast. Collectors spend years restoring cars specifically for this event. Automakers use this week to show off new concepts and future products. And people travel from all around the world just to be here. This is the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance.
Hey Carl, you want to walk them up? Yeah, go slowly, you like that.
And in 2026, the event is celebrating its 75th anniversary. But I wanted to show what actually makes Pebble Beach worthy of being called one of the most prestigious car shows in the world. Is it the cars, the money, the history, the people who come here? Or is there something about actually being here that you can't really understand until you experience it? So I flew to California to find out. After flying into San Jose, I picked up the car I'd be driving around for the week, a Lexus IS 350F. During Car Week, the entire Monterey Peninsula basically becomes one giant car show, with everything from brand new concepts to cars worth millions of dollars showing up seemingly everywhere. And all of that eventually leads to Pebble Beach. One of the wildest cars on the lawn was this 1953 Alfa Romeo Bat 5. And Pebble Beach actually had all three original Bat concepts together: the 1953 Bat 5, 1954 Bat 7, and 1955 Bat 9. BAT, or BAT, stands for Berlina Aerodynamica Technica, and all three were designed by Franco Scaglione as experiments in extreme aerodynamics. What's crazy is that these designs are more than 70 years old, but they still look like concept cars from the future. Another one that really stood out was the Touring Superleggera Veloce 12 Aperta. Underneath, it's based on a Ferrari 550 Maranello, but Touring Superleggera completely reworks the body and interior. It still keeps the naturally aspirated V12 and 6-speed manual, which makes this a pretty wild blend of old-school Ferrari engineering and modern coach building. And the tiny Aperta badge on the car is actually made from 24-karat gold. One of the coolest designs I got to see during Car Week was the reveal of the McLaren MCL 6GT concept. It's a lightweight twin-turbo V8 supercar with a proper manual gearbox, something McLaren hasn't offered since the legendary F1 in 1992. The design also pulls inspiration from Bruce McLaren's original M6 GT, an ambitious road car project that never reached full production. And this isn't just a one-off design exercise. The concept previews a limited-run production car expected in 2028, internally known as the P50, with around 500 cars planned and a starting price of roughly $1.5 million. This is a 1952 Ferrari 340 Mexico Vignale Berlinetta, one of just 3 built specifically to compete in the Carrera Panamericana. It used a 4.1-liter V12, and this particular car is part of a tiny group of Ferraris created for one of the most dangerous road races in the world. And finally, my favorite car I saw at Pebble Beach, this 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. The 300 SL was based on Mercedes' successful 1952 race car, and those famous gullwing doors weren't originally just a styling choice. The car's tubular space frame came up so high along the sides that normal doors weren't practical. It was also incredibly advanced for 1954, with a 3-liter straight-six making 250 horsepower and the first series-produced passenger car 4-stroke engine to use direct gasoline injection. There were cars here that were rarer, stranger, and probably more valuable, but if I could have driven one of these cars off the lawn, this would have been it.
Okay,
Myron Vernus, owner of the 1953 Paxton Phoenix. Okay, this is the one and only 1953 Paxton Phoenix. The Paxton was developed by Robert Paxton McCulloch of Paxton Supercharger, McCulloch Chainsaw fame. He wanted to build a really special American Grand Touring car in the early 50s. The plan was to have everything bespoke and exotic. He hired Rod Hoffman to do the chassis, famed industrial designer Brooks Stevens to design the body, and probably the greatest steam engine designer of all time, Abner Doble, to do a bespoke steam generation system for the car.
What does it mean to you to have a car shown here at Pebble Beach?
You know, there's really nothing like it. It's a special place. We've been fortunate to have done this in the past, but you really can't describe it. Things happen here, things you see here, you can't find anywhere else in the world.
And what's the process like getting a car ready for something like the Concorde?
You know, we show preservation cars, so it's a little different here. We don't do any paint or restoration or anything like that. It's just basically making sure it's functioning as good as it possibly can, and all the original finishes are prepared to the best level they can be without compromising the originality of the product. So it's not a real restoration process, it's more of a renovation process.
What was it like this morning bringing the car onto the field and seeing everything come together?
You know, that's really one of the highlights. The tour on Thursday and coming onto the show field on show day are really the two major highlights for Pebble Beach. Just being in line with all of these great cars, getting to meet other people, exhibitors from around the world. It's a thrill that's really tough to describe unless you've actually done it.
What do you think makes this car special compared with some of the other cars here today?
Well, it's a one-off car. A lot of money was spent on it. There was over $1 million spent on it in the early 50s developing it. And it has 800 original miles. It was a cover car of Road and Track magazine when that was an important credential to have. So it has a lot going for it.
Is there a detail or feature in the car that most people might overlook, but you think they should know about?
Well, most people don't realize that the top is electrically retractable, which is a pretty rare feature for back in the day. And the Doble's engine, steam engine, never got fully developed, so it's powered by a Porsche 356 motor from 1952. Up, control, up, down, and oh shit.
Up, down, and oh shit.
And so the windows go up, slides back.
You asked the question we were just trying to figure out. Thank you for that.
So you can see the profile of the rear deck is exactly the same profile as the roof panel. So it just slides down over the roof panel. There's the motor, and it rests on these rubber bumpers.
Could you show my wife?
So you see the cables that just pull back. Cables and pulleys.
Right here, Holly.
I see.
And it runs
Yeah,
into the track.
I see that.
Like a window.
I see that. That's
Like a double hung
really
window.
Right?
a cool design.
Exactly right. That exact level of simplicity. Yeah.
Very cool.
Even after spending almost a week here, there is still so much I didn't get to see. That might be the best part about Car Week. No matter how much ground you cover, there's always another car, another event, or another story happening somewhere nearby. But for my first time at Pebble Beach, I'd say it was a pretty good start, and I already know I want to come back. Finally. Huh. Nice. Oh my god. I finally made it back to my car after like 40 minutes of walking. I have never been so tired in my life. It was a great day, just I'm exhausted.